From the ancient sailors who thought they were mermaids to cultures that considered them sacred animals, manatees have captured our hearts and imaginations. However, as the human population has grown, manatees have faced threats to their survival ranging from pollution to habitat loss to motorboat injuries. But the harsh winter of 2009 and 10 presented a whole new challenge. Even though an average manatee can weigh more than 1,000 pounds, they have very little body fat to keep them warm, and it is difficult for a manatee to survive in water when the temperature drops below 68 degrees. In the first 3 months of 2010, the prolonged record-low temperatures in Florida resulted in the majority of more than 450 manatee deaths and more than 50 manatees needing to be rescued. With so many manatees suffering from cold stress, the facilities in Florida quickly filled up beyond their maximum capacity, and it was time to look elsewhere for help. As one of only 2 facilities outside of Florida equipped to house and rehabilitate these animals, the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium was asked to take on the care of 4 young manatees, Bartlett, Hamilton, Tippecanoe, and Fräulein, all about a year old and very undernourished. But how do you safely transfer 4 injured manatees, each weighing between 350 and 450 pounds, almost 1,000 miles to their new home in Columbus? Well, the answer involves several cargo trucks, 2 very large planes, around 19 hours of travel, and the help of dozens of dedicated staff. The young manatees' journey north began early in the morning of April 6 at the Lowry Park Zoo in Tampa, Florida. Lowry Park and Columbus Zoo personnel individually lifted each manatee from its holding tank into a specially designed and padded shipping crate called a whale box. Once the manatees were secured in their whale boxes, they were loaded into cargo trucks and driven through the quiet early morning streets of Tampa to the FedEx facility at the airport, where a cargo plane awaited their arrival. Columbus Zoo personnel accompanied the manatees through the entire journey, closely monitoring their condition and making sure the manatee's skin stayed nice and moist. Once in Columbus, the manatees were greeted at the FedEx facility by zoo staff eager to meet their new charges. Zoo staff have the process of transferring these animals well in hand, and the animals are smoothly loaded into waiting trucks for the final leg of their journey. Arriving at the zoo, the manatees were offloaded, given a quick checkup and scrub down, and then carefully lifted and lowered into Manatee Coast quarantine tank. Excited to be at the end of their journey and back in a pool, the young manatees quickly began to explore their new home, and after a few days of observation, they were allowed into the main pool to meet their older tank mates, Holly and Stubby, as well as zoo visitors anxious to get a look at the new residents. Almost immediately, the young manatees began to bulk up, which is exactly what zoo staff hoped to see. Putting on the pounds is necessary for their future release back into the wild. If it all goes as planned, they may be able to make a return journey to Florida and back to the wild as early as next year, which in turn will make more room for the next manatees who need our zoo's help to rest and recover. This emphasizes the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium's primary mission, to enrich our community's quality of life and inspire a greater appreciation of wildlife for the advancement of conservation action.